Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough joint manager Jon Underwood. Bit bemused, John?
Yeah, not quite sure what to say after that, to be honest. It was certainly entertaining.
Yeah, a 3-3 draw away at Paulton, 2 down really early on, fought back really well into the game, some questionable decisions out on the pitch, looking like you were going to go on and score a fourth, and all of a sudden a great equaliser and you're left with a point. Is it a point gain, 2 lost?
Feels a little bit like 2 lost, to be honest. Obviously, the way we started, after 15 minutes, if you had said you'd get a point, first of all, I wouldn't have believed you, and secondly, I'd have been delighted with that, because we were terrible for 15 minutes. Defensively, we were all over the place. They had a golden chance after about 2 minutes, which they didn't take, and they had probably 2 or 3 other chances and took 2. We were deservedly behind. But then we got a foothold. We got the Eddie goal out of nothing, really. Great cross from Jay Dillon, very good header from Eddie, and it just kind of pegged them back a little bit. Kind of gave us a bit of a foothold in the game, and I think the first half was reasonably even after that.
Was it anything to do with the conditions that you started? The pitch, getting used to that. The wind was quite difficult. Scotty's kicks were getting held up a little bit. Is there anything you can attribute to that slow start?
The way we defended first 15-20 minutes, you can't make any excuses. The conditions weren't great. The pitch was very difficult, but it was difficult for both teams. And I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. We came off the back of a great training session Thursday. The lad were in great spirits coming down here. Very focused on what we wanted to do today. We knew what the conditions were like. So, as a manager, sometimes you just can't understand what you see sometimes. But credit to a few players that we were a bit critical of at half-time defensively, who had very good second half. So,
what was the key messages at half-time? You'd obviously pulled it back to 2-1, and then you came out very brightly in the second half.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we felt that, at 2-1 we were well in the game. We always felt we could hurt them. Thought maybe second half we might get a bit more joy in behind them, and we were excellent second half. I thought we dominated the second half. Obviously, the equaliser from Putts was a bit lucky. It was very lucky. It was a cross that dropped in at the far post, but that was after kind of 2 or 3 other great crosses he'd put in, and we just said, get the ball wide, get it in the box, and things will happen for us. And we got our rewards. We got in front. They looked pretty much shell-shocked at that point. I think from obviously cruising early on, they found themselves 3-2 down, and I guess the frustrating thing is we didn't finish the game at that point. We had a couple of good chances. To be fair, Keith made a brilliant save from Lee Barney from close range. Made another good save from Putts. We were very frustrated on one where the referee blew up for a head injury when Hicksy had the ball at his feet in the 6-yard box, and just 10 minutes earlier the ref hadn't stopped the game when guys on the ground in front of him with blood pouring out of his mouth. So it seemed double standards, and that we weren't happy with that at all, because I think if we'd have gone 4-2 up, we'd have gone on and won the game.
Yeah, so it was a disappointing end to the game. There was a few kind of fractious moments during the game. There was one off-the-ball incident, particularly in the first half, to do with Lee and John, their keeper. What was your view on that?
I didn't see it, so I won't say that I did. Lee ended up on the floor with blood pouring from his mouth. People know what happened. The goalkeeper punched him in the face, basically. I didn't see it, but Lee doesn't fall to the ground with blood coming out of his mouth for no reason, and apparently it happened a couple of times in the half. But I can't blame the ref for not seeing it, because he's looking the other way. The ball was going up the other way, and the linesman as well, and I didn't see it. So I can't blame the ref for not seeing it. But it was frustrating. There was a lot of that going on. But listen, to be fair, we come down here, we didn't expect an easy ride. They're fighting for their lives. They're fighting to stay up. And, we knew it was going to be a really tough game. They've done well here in recent weeks. They've got a good record here. So we knew what to expect. For whatever reason, 15-20 minutes, we didn't stand up to it. I thought for the rest of the game we did. And unfortunately, we couldn't quite sit it out. I didn't feel like we didn't have to soak up loads of pressure. We were quite comfortable at 3-2. The lads hit a fantastic strike in the bottom corner. Sometimes you just have to say it's a great goal. And I'm sure they'll feel they deserved it. It is what it is. We've got to come away with a point.
And moving our head now to Kettering, any injury concerns taken out today? I saw obviously Eddie got taken off just before the end. Was that precautionary or?
Yeah, he just seemed to tighten up at the end. I don't think it's anything too serious. Hopefully, Eddie put a good shift in today, and it was a heavy, sticky pitch. And so no, he might be the only one. We'll have to see how he reacts, but. No, other than that, we should be fine. I mean, lads put a lot into today. It was a energy sapping pitch, and we had to give everything. So there'll be some tired legs. So we'll have to just see how we are on Tuesday, and go from there.
Excellent. Well, thanks ever so much for your time, and look forward to the game on Tuesday. Cheers. Cheers.